first pick. The same has to be said for T1, but I think a switch up for them is good, and I think you're gonna see quite different heroes, I think, in the coming game.
Okay, I look forward to that, as our bans are probably going to be the same. I do believe it was the Marcy, the Enigma last time, Shadow Fiend and Primal Beast were the other bans. Do you go back and ban those again, Fear, or what are you hoping are some changes, or just keep the opening the same?
For Secret, I think they banned the Primal Beast. You know, I don't know if they forced Thompson onto the Oracle, but like banning the Primal Beast did keep him off of it, where he looks very comfortable on that hero. But they're gonna go for the Undying ban, so looks like Secret's gonna change things up. Puppy's always been the type of guy where he's willing to like change things up, make you. He played one game of this, he figured it out right, he beat you with it, and now he's gonna play a new game, right? He's always kind of had like that philosophy on the game, and he's gonna do it here. He's like, you know, this game we beat your Undying, now I'm gonna ban it, you know, and we're gonna make you play a new game, and I have something prepared for that too. So it'll be a completely different game here, I think.
What do you think is going through the mind of T1 for this ban? What do they want to do now that they banned the Shadow Fiend? Do Secret pick up the Primal Beast themselves, Panda?
I guess that's an option. I mean, they have 9 games of Marcy and Primal Beast, and they have had some pretty good success with a first phase Primal Beast, 2 games, 2 wins. But if that is the option that they go for, I believe we're going to be seeing another Morphling draft again, because most likely T1 would like to respond with an Earthshaker potentially, and then you go to the Morph. But I guess they might do some shifting here. Well, they go for the Primal Beast, which I think is a good idea to bring it up. They might want to take it instead of let T1 have it, considering they swapped the Undying ban.
Okay. And then T1 responding with the clock there, Kazu.
Yeah, so I think to go back to the Primal Beast first pick, I think it's pretty good. As Fear was mentioning, perhaps not the best idea to give Thompson that one for free. Also, Secret have had some success with this one for now. And I also believe that T1, when they place from second pick, their most favored openings have been with Primal Beast +1. So not only do you take it away from Thompson, you make it a bit harder for T1. And to be fair, you kind of force him into a Venomancer +1 opening, because it's actually very tailored. They do this in like every draft. And I feel like this was not, once again, that hard for Secret to prepare, and they have this is a very good Morphling to close out the first phase again.
Yeah, Phil, look, I have to ask you, T1, the Veno, the clock, in, I guess, almost a response to Secret now having a Primal Beast and Morph. What is going on?
Well, there's a lot of memes on T1 and their Venomancer, but they've got a 66% win rate with this. Cuckoo has not touched it this tournament at all. It's been Zephyr playing it all the way through, and it's a pretty good response to the Primal Beast in the laning stage. You normally would get on top of someone, trample them, but when you have your move speed like inch to a crawl, your trample barely ticking. So that is pretty good in that regard. I think Resolution almost exclusively plays this Primal Beast for Team Secret, so T1 might... Yeah, this tournament, it just seems like a Rezo hero too. I know when he came out onto Team Secret as well, it's his flavor. He's playing the Dawnbreaker every single game. I think Primal Beast is one of those heroes for him as well that he's just incredibly comfortable on right now. And yeah, just moving on to the Morphling, great against Venomancer, great against Clockwork, probably the premier carry of this TI overall, and the fact that it can be played mid. Nisha plays a great Morphling as well, as most of these mid players of this tournament can play Morphling too, so a very powerful weapon here. And yet again, we're seeing the same bans against the Morphling, the AA, the Drow Ranger. I think it might be a very wise choice for Team Secret to ban Slark here too, another hero that's been very good versus the Morphling. Anna performs super well on the hero, he hasn't lost on it yet, and that is also a hero that is very good versus Primal Beast in the lane if Resolution does want to pick up that Primal Beast.
I'm just really curious about the way T1 is going to be laning these heroes. Obviously, it's still a bit open right now because Zephyr has played both the Veno and the Clock, and nobody else in the team has. So is this like 5 Clock for Whiteclaw, for example? Do they feel like playing a core Clockwork, which you don't get to see too often? Like, he's a really good support. Does Zephyr go for Clock and they put Cuckoo with the Veno and make the memes come true?
I mean, where do you feel they might align best, Kazu?
So I think even though maybe only one of them have played the clock, it shouldn't be too hard for them to make it work this game. I think clock is an okay laner against Primal Beast from what I've seen. Also, if you want to do some memes where you put the Vandal support in the safe lane against Primal Beast, it's also fine. As Fear was mentioning, you have like the Gale to slow him down, and later on the wards and so on. So I think even if maybe it looks a little bit uncomfortable, I think it's one of the easier situations to be put into in the game.
I think there's a bit of flexibility in the two terms they start as well. I mean, if you do end up picking both supports in the first phase, you're kind of leaving yourself vulnerable into the second phase. So at least there's a bit of flex value with T1 start to the draft. But if you do end up putting both of them as supports here, at least you get to respond to the double pick from Secret. However, I still feel like there's a lot of gaps to kind of close in. Like you gotta wait until the 18th for T1 to really lock in how they want to lane these.
All right, hear me out though, right?
I'm listening.
Oracle Ags against the Morphling reduces healing by 25%. Can we see it again?
Possible.
I mean, look, they're upper bracket, you know? They have a little bit of flexibility.
I mean, they have second
Yeah, I'm
pick,
just memeing.
so
I hope they don't do that. It's definitely...
Yeah, I'm vetoing this one too.
Because he's like, God, please.
But I
no.
do really want to see the Slark for T1. Comfort pick for Ana. He's looked so good on the Slark this tournament. Going against the Primal Beast, it's good lane, good carry matchup. But they're going for the Faceless Void instead. Interesting.
How do you like the Faceless Void more, Panda?
I mean, you have a lot to combo with it at the moment. Faceless Void kind of being picked this early into the draft, though the Drow ban and the AA ban now kind of makes sense for them that they have heroes capable of creating space for the Faceless Void. His laning matchup is still open. Is he up against the Primal Beast in his lane? Do they put 3 Beast against the Void? Every time he jumps out, he's just going to get charged and trampled, which does hurt him a lot in the laning stage. So they end up putting it as a support or maybe into mid. Potentially that might have Void a little bit of an easier lane. But do they go with a dual melee lane against, Primal Beast Earth Spirit, for example? There's going to be a rough lane to play.
Mm-hmm. Because how do you feel about the second half of the draft? We know that's kind of where it all went right for Secret and all went wrong for T1 last game, but is it shaping up to be a little bit better?
So for now, I think with T1 picking a core here, I think it's fine. You want to perhaps mask the Venua a bit more. Try to have Secret show you a little more information on what's going on. So I don't mind the Void pick, especially with some of the bans that happen in the game. They also banned Viper for it. I do feel like, though, that Secret's response is pretty good. I think Ench is the type of hero that, it kind of abuses the fact if your offlane duo may not be as strong, which I think is already very likely the case for T1. And then Earthspirit just to apply a lot of pressure. Also, Faceless Void, he hates to play against silences, and this Morph Primal Beast, they want heroes that also go in with them or go in for them. So the Secret's response picks are pretty good in the second phase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, any insight from you about this closing pick in the second phase for T1?
I really dislike their draft so far, to be honest with you. I think this Faceless Void pick against the Morph, very difficult. You can get the Shard on the Morph and survive. You get the Ags, you take away 70 of his attack speed, and Faceless Void is a hero that really needs attack speed, and I think the lane is very dangerous. Like, if you want to win the lane, you kind of got to max the bash, but then if you have 1 point in your time walk, they're gonna jump on top of you with this Earth Spirit, and you can die easily, especially when the Pulverize is online. So I don't think they're gonna apply a lot of pressure in this lane either, but they're gonna pick the Tiny, probably going to be the mid hero for T1. Tops and Tiny, it's a classic. So yeah, I mean, he doesn't really see his mid matchup yet, so that's probably why he picked Tiny. It's just a hero that's flexible and can just play against most matchups.
Yeah, that's like a tops and comfort as well if he wants to play it mid on this Tiny. He's got heroes that he can snowball off, like the Enchantress and the Earth Spirit. He can kill them pretty easily and get himself a good start for the game.
Tiny having a 50% win rate so far in Last Chance qualifiers as well. I think Thompson, I don't want to throw numbers out there, but he definitely has done well every time he's picked up mid Tiny. And moving into our last picks, what are each team looking to pick up? Because what are some holes in the draft that might be exploited for now?
So I feel like for T1, this might just be their support duo. I mean, I kind of fear that the Venomancer may not have the best game. If you put it offlane core, it's okay, simply because you can buy a vessel, but I'm a little bit opposed to it. I feel like T1 should perhaps be looking at a new hero for Cuckoo that allows them to also play fast, gives them a bit more damage in the game. The only problem I see, if they pick some of the traditional melee offlaners, they may not do that well in the lane, like some Night Stalker type. So I could perhaps see. I actually think this incoming pick is a little bit hard. After seeing the bans, maybe then we'll see it. And in terms of secret, they're gonna wait to see what T1 do and then adjust, because the morph can still go mid. If T1 make it easy for them to just put the morphling carry, they'll do that and pick a new mid against Thompson.
I mean, for T1, they've still left the Furion in the pool, which they've mostly been picking in the second phase. Still 3-1 for Cuckoo. Maybe he could pick that one up too.
Yeah, it's possible, but against the hero's a little difficult against Primal Beast. Primal Beast just walks out of the Sprout with the Trample. And he can hunt you down pretty easily if you're hiding in the trees. I think, I don't know, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. It does lane well versus the Morph if he does get that matchup, so that is a possibility.
Yeah, I know we're running with the potential that Veno could be on Cuckoo, so they could actually be looking for another support there. Do you think, Kezu, that that's more likely the way to go than picking up another support on T1? Or do you think for now it's most likely going to be a support Veno?
So they could look for a support, but I'm struggling to find a 5 that lanes really well with the Void and the lane into these heroes, and then has a lot of impact in the game. I feel like one of the only
Ogre.
5s could... Ogre, yeah, I could see it. I could see maybe like an Elder Titan or whatever. Also, I think I messed up before because it's actually T1 having the last pick, not Secret, so that's going to make it a little easier for them, so apologies on that.
That's why I was wondering about the last pick Oracle mid, because they have the last pick of the no. But what about for Secret? They would probably love to see. Yeah, I mean, but when you think about Secret here, like, do they want to lock in the Primal Beast for the offlane, or do they want to pick something else for Rezo to play this game? Just reminds me of the first game draft when it ended, and they realized, oh, this Oracle is mid. It was like Puppy and was it Rezo were both staring Nisha in his eyes like, you want to play this lane. And then they did the lane swap and beautiful things happen. They go for the Beastmaster. He's been picked twice for them, 50% win rate. Win, lose, it's a coin toss, I guess. But the hero's good here.
So Nisha's gonna play the Primal Beast? Is that what's happening here?
I guess.
Because the Beastmaster's a common counterpick to the Faceless Void, right? As an offlaner. Definitely will do a bit better than Primal Beast will. So, very interesting pickup here. I haven't seen Nisha play Primal Beast yet, but I'm sure he's practiced it, or else they wouldn't be bringing it out, right? So, very interesting to see how this lane matchup will go. Primal Beast versus Tiny. Unless you guys think they're going to be putting Beastmaster mid, which I suppose they could.
Well, we will see.
Hero.
I was going to say, we'll see how they're all lining up as, Night Stalker coming out. Last pick there for T1. It is going to be Nisha on the Primal Beast. Now knowing the matchups, everything that's played out, Kezu, do you think this is a T1 lineup that's going to give them a little bit more of a fighting chance, have a game that goes a little bit longer than 27 minutes?
So I think they have way better chances this game. Also, what I was saying earlier, that Night Stalker may be hard to pick because then Secret still have the option of swapping, but I was stupid. It's T1 who have last pick. So now that they see that it's a morph carry, I think it makes a bit more sense. So I think the Night Stalker pick does make sense for them, and they have way better chances this game.
All right, so arbitrary numbers, just throw them out there, Phil. What percentage would you be given in favor of T1 or in favor of Secret here?
I'm going to go 50-50. It's going to be the mid lane match of Tiny versus Primal Beast. I think these two heroes are like the tempo controllers of the patch. Whatever one makes some more rotations this game, I think is going to give their team like a huge lead.
T-Panda, are you going to be keeping your eyes on the mid lane as well, or is there a different matchup that you're intrigued to see play out?
I agree that the mid matchup is really important here because of the early timing from both of the mid heroes that we're going to be seeing in this game. But I think in general, believing that this could be the game for T1 to take. So, I mean, it has to start from beating out their side lanes as well, and that comes from their mid laners. So it's a snowball game, right?
Very much so, but we are jumping into game 2. Let's see if T1 can tie this up as we join Seek and Paladai.
Thank you, Nat T. Hello, Pi. Yes, in for game 2, this time with a much more standard hero in the mid lane for T1. And Nisha taking the helm here in the mid lane on the Primal Beast. Definitely a little bit of just a strength-based, I mash you, you mash me back kind of in mid lane. What are you going to be keeping your eyes on here in this early game?
Yeah, so first of all, it's the offlane, right? The Beastmaster versus Void, very famous matchup where Beast is generally considered to be the counter. And I'm looking at it, and especially with the clockwork, I'm a bit worried for T1 there. Like, this is one of those lanes that can snowball out of control, where Faceless Void, he does okay for like a couple of minutes, and you're like, alright, that's fine. But then all of a sudden, the Beastmaster is taking the tower at 7 minutes with the Helm of the Dominator, and the game spirals out of control. So the T1 have to stop that from happening, maybe through tops and rotations, or just outplaying them in the lane.
Is there anything Zephyr can hope to do there by like maybe rotating top lane, planting on the Plague Wards? Or is he going to be a little bit more tethered to this bottom lane, supporting Cuckoo especially during that first nighttime period?
Yeah, I mean, potentially he could, but yeah, I feel like he would want more to stick to the bottom lane. But yeah, if he started rotating early, because Cuckoo, yeah, let's see, yeah, it looks like a kill.
Yeah, he took the Boulder Smash here, level 1, which means there's really no way out. Nisha, trying
deny
for the deny. Oh, and he's not going to be able to get it. First blood there for Thompson. What a start.
Yeah. And the second thing is, we've all seen Puppy Ench, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he usually ends up with quite a bit of farm. And what happens then is that I think T1 are gonna have big problems in just killing him, like as a position 5 Ench. Like, if you look at their heroes, right, they don't have an easy way to kill him. They have to commit a lot of spells. So he could be the MVP of this game. But yeah, let's see what happens.
You always like taking note of the Ench. You're a bit of an Ench picker yourself. What's Puppy going to be aiming to do, though, in this lane as he's currently being run down and battery assaulted by Whitemon?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they put Puppy here, but I guess this is fine. Yeah, no, he's just going to be auto-attacking people. That's it.
Living a good life, using his ability attack modifiers, not aggroing the wave. I think you can, what is it called, orb walk, right, can't you, with impetus?
Yeah, I mean, you need a few more levels in it. It's got a 6-second cooldown level 1, right? So.
That's true, yeah, that's true. Mamon doing good work here, though, in the early couple of levels, at least until the boars come out, then he is going to be somewhat bullied away.
Yeah, another nice part with playing this Ancient offlane is usually none of the camps here are warded, right? Oh, they're getting it? No.
That was close, yeah, sorry, the Wild Axe stack, but of course, he had a little bit of regen. The Fairy Fire will keep him topped up as mid lane. You can see Tanisha and Thompson having a bit of a go at each other. On a tip. Love seeing them trying to contest some of the more, yeah, especially there with now the Roar active. You can see the base damage in this lane is immense.
Yeah. No, so let's see here. Yeah, because what I understand from Tops and Tiny, he usually goes for a very early Ags.
Yeah.
It's his style of playing this.
That's what we've seen so far, and that'll help give some early damage into Chronosphere here for Anna, won't it?
Yeah, and that's like their hope of getting easy kills on Puppy, right? It's that you just because you want to be able, because that's how a Puppy plays this Ench. He just baits, and then he lives with the 200 HP, heals up fully, gives vision on everyone, and lets his team clean up. So they have to avoid that.
Yeah, that's true. I think like as compared to a bunch of other supports who. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, like kind of our buyback supports, like a Treant Protector who will just like run up high ground and maybe force a couple of reactions, die, buy back, and still have overgrowth. Like you just want to get rid of the Enchantress. She's just going to be annoying, and especially the way Puppy builds her, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean the thing they have going for them is they can press Night Stalker ultimate, right, and then you just ignore it. So that's the other option. But sometimes he's impossible to ignore. He's just right there in your face.
Something I'm also eager to look forward to is Cuckoo eventually, speaking of this Night Stalker, getting that Ag Shard online. The active on Hunter in the Night gives this hero a lot more staying power in these fights, especially seeing as he's usually the first one to kind of just blink head on into the fights, or just run in and fly, ideally for him. But what's interesting about that is he can, especially during nighttime, you can target that onto Ancients and remove Rezo's creep, as Zayat's is going to die eventually on the tower.
Yeah, a little suicide there, full HP, full mana.
It tops in. A toss, Nisha, not enough damage though, okay.
And Ana is still doing fine top. So like as long as he's farming fine up here, T1 should be happy with that. Wait, what? Because you were mentioning Night Stalker, right? Yeah, like that is a bit funny, right? Because Beastmaster used to be like a huge counter to Night Stalker, but now it's almost the opposite. The same with Lycan. As you said, right? You just eat the ancient creep. So I'm wondering if he will go for a different item build.
Yeah,
Ooh,
White Man
nice
does,
deny.
and gets the deny off there. The Skellies, of course, being summoned, helping out greatly there. But Rezo and Puppey don't have a lot of DOTs. They've got to land their big hits there.
Yeah, and like Ana is doing well in CS, but so is Rezo. And Helm of Dominator is only 900 gold away here.
And so that'll be really interesting. There's going to be a period of time where Rezo feels really strong with Helm of the Dom, and then, of course, Helm of the Overlord again. But at some stage, I do expect Cuckoo to get that online. Zephyr staying alive down bottom, trading nicely versus Crystallis.
Yeah, kind of funny there. He clicked the Sphere Fire too late, but it was fine. He lived anyway.
It's okay. He's just showing off to Ana. I've got one too. On a Crystallis, rather, still holding on to his.
Yeah.
Oh, but a nice creep brought over to the top lane by Puppey as he's holding on to this Ogre Frost Mage, which gives the, of course, ice armor to Rezo. Makes it really difficult and undesirable otherwise for Ana to be trading right clicks.
Yeah, you can see here Puppey's trying to give full experience now to Rezo. Want him to hit that level 5 and then level 6. Every level here now. It's going to be very difficult for Elmo to play.
There's a kill. Down bottom, Crystallis jump in now back onto Zephyr. Might pay the price though. It is nighttime here naturally, so Cuckoo finally putting those 2 points of Hunter the Night to some work. But, of course, not enough damage here for the Morphling.
Yeah.
And once again, we're seeing this more and more, aren't we? 2 points in waveform and just the single point in attribute shifts.
Yeah, no, they buffed the spell enough now, it seems, that you can be a little more, like, I don't know if greedy is the right word. Maybe it's non-greedy.
Yeah. Efficient is probably what they would say.
Yeah, for sure. Where you actually do something instead of having, like, stats. Okay, rune time. Looks like Secret are on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Puppey just picks up the region.
They'll take that one. Zayats is going to catch a glimpse of Zephyr. Might know that he's warded here, but he'll crawl his way back towards bot lane eventually. Top lane, a little bit of skirmishing. There's Whitemon trying to get Rezo here onto the cogs, but in comes actually this Pine Cone. And that's some damage on the Whitemon. The slow as well off from the enchant. Probably holding on to this impetus, but they just don't really have the damage here yet to get through that tanky clockwork.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Thompson will just sit there and farm, right? Or if he will start running around. Oh, nice cancel there.
Immediately into the Pulverize. Nisha still making a go at it, but yeah, they're going to go ahead and throw him back. Mid-trample, and Thompson, that's already 2 tips out from him early game. To Nisha. And there's a rotation as well. It's just Zephyr Venomancer, though. Not the scariest rotation, but especially when you pick it up on a ward here. So it's just going to be then Nisha who goes to stack and farm a camp here.
Yeah. Thompson is still ahead 600 net worth mid lane, though. It's quite impressive. He got the first blood right, so he's managed to keep all the net worth lead from the get-go.
Gotta love Puppey as well, being very annoying, very efficient here as well, just constantly stealing these big creeps. Obviously they do the most damage, as that's a very nice, what is this called again, a Hurricane, to bring Whiteman away. He's gonna have to sacrifice the Swallowing Ripper, but it does do some good work here, and Scout Zephyr rotating top. That being said, Thompson's here as well, and that's gonna be a kill onto Puppey.
I really like this by T1. It's as you said too, like even Zephyr is coming up here, because they don't want to let this Beastmaster have a free game, just killing the Void, killing the tower. So both Thompson and Zephyr are like, they're looking.
Yeah, and it's a real possibility. You can see Rezo here, he's got him trailing the Dark Troll Summoner, summons the 3 Skellies, a little bit nerfed, of course, of the previous OP iteration, but still very, very good. The perfect pushing creep.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead there.
Yeah, bit of a skirmish on Tanisha. They will go. Thompson, does he have enough damage? There's the Venomous Gale applied, but with the Pig Pole, It's going to be Nisha at least getting back safely here. He might tick down to this Gale now. He's very tanky, this man. Primal Beast. Wow, what a strength gain.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you're the one who... Okay.
Cuckoo in trouble. Zayats is going to make the roll onto him. Cuckoo, a little bit of regen, the stick charge, the Fairy Fire, everything coming in clutch there to keep him alive. Double Bracer build on these tanky offlaners always makes you feel just that bit more unkillable.
Yeah, and it was like... He had a Fairy Fire too, right? Or was it just a stick?
Yeah, Fairy Fire and a stick. As Zephyr is going to have to suffer through the first full Pulverize. Down goes Nisha.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this for T1 though, that Ana is having a good game right now. It seems like he's going for a Midas. So if he gets that up, then like, even if like something bad happens, right, and they get this tower, you're still feeling okay, because your Void has kind of a game guaranteed.
Tops in the meantime, waiting patiently in the jungle, farming a couple more stacks, 600 gold in the bank with the phase boots. We'll see what he queues up first.
Yeah, I'm curious if he will even go for a blink this game. Because I don't really know, like, what the point... I guess, like, killing this Morphling, right, when he's on low HP is always nice, but other than that... Maybe you just go for an Echo Saber first, or... I don't know, let's see.
Yeah, I'm also curious, as Zephyr being ran down and killed, Crystal's morphed into him.
A White Mon eating the Primal.
Yeah.
Yes, no, he tried to Cog, you know, but the Primal, he doesn't care at all. He just goes straight through him.
And there's Rozo making very swift work of the tier 1 top lane, of course. Yeah, very easy. Yes, Secret deceptively mobile, aren't they? With this Earth Spirit, this Primal, this Morphling, they can really get around the map in this early game.
Yeah. Oh, nice by Thompson, scouting at the ward and catching Sayak here.
There's the toss back. Cuckoo at the ready here with this long duration silence in the night to make sure that it's Zayat who has to die and not roll away.
Very nice play by him.
And Cuckoo as well, this is something we've seen as well, actually, on his Underlord. He's saving his, or rather, committing the 6 skill points, it looks like this time into Void, perhaps that point in the Crippling Fear. So he still doesn't have Dark Ascension, but he's near level 7, and then he can always take that, of course.
Yeah.
Top lane, Rezo, T1 rather, trying to give the boot to Rezo as he is currently occupying their jungle. Ana has himself a Chronosphere. Rezo is, you know, stuck on a cliff here, quite literally, so he's not really going anywhere. But the kick down, the save out from Zaya. It's a great silence here, prevents an immediate Chrono from Ana, but it'll still come through all the same. Thompson a bit lower on mana, repositioning though, just trying to get this clarity of operational so he can get more damage in. There's the pig pull, a trampling pig at that, as Nisha trying to catch up to Ana, is going to go for more with the onslaught. Whitemon in the meantime finishing off Zayats, but Thompson and Nisha. Now Ana still going mano a mano here.
Oh, he's so strong.
Yeah, especially with the TD rune. That pig pull, I guess you keep trampling in that, huh?
Yeah, you do, and you're so fast. Especially if you activate face boots too. Like, it's too bad that Thompson didn't have any bottle charges there, because he could have gotten more spells off, and then they probably would have cleaned up.
Yeah, that little piggy goes trampling around in the middle of the team fights, doesn't he? That's scary. Nisha here, Thompson with not enough mana for a toss back.
Yeah, he's going for the blink though, and he's
top lane, though,
quite
Ana.
close.
He's going to be in some trouble here. There's no roar, looking for the immediate TP away, and they don't have any way to cancel.
Yeah. So what, 500 gold away from Blink on Thompson? Played it really well. Like, that rotation into the jungle is beautiful. Not a lot of heroes can run into a Beastmaster with roar like that, but Thompson understands with face boots and grow. He has like, what, 14 armor? So he's fine.
He's more than good enough. Even willing to go toe-to-toe there with Nisha on the DD rune. On a hero like Primal, that is, you know, quite the risk you're taking early.
Yeah.
Well balanced there. He did his maths, had that one correct. Cuckoo, maybe looking to connect here onto the mid lane. Level 8 now does have that point, excuse me, in the Dark Ascension. Whitemon as well with a hook shot, rocket flare at the ready to do some scouting.
Yeah. Sayak is not quite 6 yet, so... I wonder who got the tome on that team. Maybe they were just low on experience, both of them.
That could be the case.
Because it's a big power spike there when you get level 6 on Earth Spirit. Right now is not very strong.
Getting that magnetize up, of course, lots of damage. I think one cast is something like 550 damage. And of course, allowing you to spread your status effects to others. But they're going to make the jump now from behind. And in goes Cuckoo as well. The Cogs are trapping in Nisha, but look who's here to fight. It's Chrysalis. He's going to turn into Thompson. Gets the toss, but actually gets his mana burn now, as there's going to be the roar onto Thompson. Cuckoo can kind of linger in the area as he flies around, but Thompson with a 4-man make that avalanche. Crystallis giving chase, has an avalanche now of his own, and still a toss is just going to catch Thompson here. Boulder Smash does catch him as well, and Secret eventually rewarded with 2 kills here in exchange for Nisha.
Yeah, very close there. Nah, unfortunately they had to fight 3 on 5, right? And then no matter what you do, you're probably gonna end up losing.
But nice reaction there from Secret, right? Understanding that Nisha likely to take a dive here, but it's space and a good kill there onto Thompson just before he gets Blink Dagger. So frustrating close to that's big timing for him.
Yeah, right. It was like 15 gold away or something like that. Okay, nice. Whitemon breaking the smoke, but ooh, Sayak just rolls in.
Oh yeah, and they've actually miscommunicated there. They're gonna split the gap there as Nisha charges on through another fantastic pulverized cancel as Zayat's gonna die.
Okay, nice. Whitemon breaking the smoke, but ooh, Sayak just rolls in.
Oh yeah, and they've actually miscommunicated there. They're gonna split the gap there as Nisha charges on through another fantastic pulverized cancel as Zayat's gonna die. Thompson though in trouble as Crystallis is still here. And it was the rest of T1, or at least Zephyr and Whitemon, who were focusing down onto Zayat, and Thompson kind of fighting alone.
Yeah, very frustrating. They're dying and then instantly dying again. Just looking at your gold. He's 100 away from Blink Dagger.
He's
So
close. He's close. And then
yeah, very frustrating. They're dying and then instantly dying again. Just looking at your gold. He's 100 away from Blink Dagger.
he's
So
close. He's close. And then he's a lot more free in these fights, right? I mean, I think we all know how strong a tiny Avatos can be, especially here against a puppy.
Oh, Anna, I hope he doesn't die here.
Gets silenced up, the onslaught. They did miss the Boulder Smash. There's a Pulverize here. Oh, look how slow he is, though. Anna doing a bit of a dance there, and Nisha offering the high 5 as a little bit of a surrender. He knows he's been slightly outplayed on that one. Hard kill, though. Hard kill.
Yeah.
And with the Smitus online, Ana is quickly becoming the richest hero on his team at least, but now closing the gap in net worth to the Secret cores who are currently leading.
Yeah, but it's still very good. Okay, wait, hook shot here.
Yep. Oh, Nisha and Zayat's both trapped inside Cogs.
But it's
Zayat has
only
his
the 2
own way
supports.
out. And Zayat's, yeah, doing very well here to tank the gank. He's going to offer himself up as a trade. Offer accepted by T1, and they'll allow Nisha to live. Top lane, though. Big push coming from Secret here.
Yeah. Alright, so Thompson has Blink Dagger coming, right? Yeah.
Tower, it's too late. It's already gone. Oh, wow. Even Zephyr maybe fearing for his life there momentarily as he was hurricaned towards his enemies.
So Secret see this dagger being delivered with their Hawk, I believe. So yeah, they should be ready for anything. But Anna, he's keeping up the farm. And I mean, Void is still Faceless Void when you get this Midas and you get to farm. Like later on he will Chrono and someone will die.
Cuckoo's also just had an item delivered, by the way. Look for him regaining a lot of HP. This Hunter in the Night ready to go. Fairly low downtime for what it gives you, 20 seconds. It's very reasonable to use that twice in a fight, and that's a lot of HP here for Cuckoo to be moving in and out of these fights whenever he's got spells.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Resso thought about that before he decided, because he did. Okay, so he's gone for Wraith Pact instead of upgrading the Helm of Dominator.
Doesn't want to feed that free 300 gold away, I think, or 250 is it?
Yeah, no, there's no point, right? Like you're literally just, you're just feeding gold and experience.
You've got the important part anyway, that damage amp, of course, that you have on the aura of the helm. Got that one ready to go anyhow. So this team will be very happy for him to still have that at the ready.
Okay,
So the haste for Thompson. Ooh, pig pole, or sorry, the vaults actually. The Tumbler's Toy, Zayat's getting caught here as well by the hook shot. Is gonna get a kick out. The tree is gonna get him.
Oh, nice.
Nice there. Nicely done from Thompson as they will collect the kill.
Okay, yeah, so they have the Vlads, they have a bunch, so Secret can look at Roche now. Obviously you don't want to just go for it blindly, but you should definitely be considering it.
Yeah, and T1, of course, with plenty of opportunities to fight around the pit, right? They've got Chrono ready. Thompson is starting the build and the transition towards the Ag Scepter. Now, not a lot of damage until you get like at least a casual Crystallis online or something, but you know, any bit more damage that'll assist Ana in these early Chronos especially is something that T1's certainly going to be grateful for.
Yeah, but even just with level 2 grow, right, and you have the tree in your hand, like it's surprisingly decent amount of damage. It's more than you think.
Especially if they can catch Crystallis before he gets off the strength gain.
Yeah.
It'll be looking good for them.
No, and the most important part of them trying to Roshret is this rocket flare. So they never have to wonder like how low is this Roche. And they not to speak, they have Plague Wards too, so like plenty of vision around there.
Kuku's also about to get a pretty big item online for himself. The Blink Dagger, operational soon. Doesn't have the survivability of the BKB quite yet, but again, he did go for double Bracer, Phase Boots armor, of course, and that Hunter in the Night. As Nisha going for the onslaught in. They want this kill on the Zayats, but Ana throwing the Chrono. He's going to catch two cores at that. Nisha as well as Rezo, but there's no one really nearby. Now in goes Thompson. They'll have a blink onto Nisha. They're going to cut through Rezo, and they'll get through Nisha just as easily. Kuku as well with his blink dag, or not blinking in, just simply getting on top of Puppey. DD room, but Puppey's so tanky here. Very hard to deal with, especially now he's going for a Hooded Defiance on the edge. Over back towards Zayats, however, he's going to be focused down and caught. Of course, Kuku with all the night vision right now with Dark Ascension active. Nice fight there for T1.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Like committing with the Chrono there, like, no hesitation. And like, because it's like you said earlier, right? Like they don't have this easily Snapfire ultimate or anything, so you don't really know where the damage is going to come from. But like he trusted his team that they had enough damage, and they just clean up there. It's perfect.
An opportunistic jump there by Secret. Gone wrong a bit as Thompson lower on mana, but Nisha's not going to be able to quite catch him there with the onslaught. Careful here though, Kuku. Well, it's just Puppey here, actually.
I mean, Puppey is gonna come. He's trying to become unkillable here, right?
Ah, he's got that hood.
Yeah. But yeah, if they go on his team, right? Like, yeah, he's not gonna do a lot.
Okay.
He's just gonna stand there and be unkillable.
Big items online though for Rezo. That Wraith Pact, like you said, he did deviate instead of upgrading that helm into Helm of the Dom 2. Simply now has Wraith Pact online. And that is huge. That item feels amazing. If you can get that down as soon as Faceless Void makes the jump in, Chronosphere feels awful.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way for T1 to win a fight right now. No Chrono plus that Wraith Pact. Like they're really bad at fighting into Wraith Pact.
And this Aegis now going to be secured for Secrets. That's going to give Nisha a nice bit of bounty as well to help him close out this BKB. He only needs another 400 gold. Crystallis is already making space there for the Aegis. Goes swiftly into his inventory. Hookshot in, Whiteman with a good effort here. Unfortunately, the immediate silence, and Secret will take that kill.
Yeah, that's optimistic.
Just a bit late. I think a valuable play though, right? Very low risk, high reward.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's a little unfortunate is that Zephyr has the Spirit Vessel.
Thompson. Mid lane onto Rezo here, assisted by Kuku the Silence, but they did get the Wraith Packs down. Oh, no, he didn't.
That's good. That's a very nice kill. I was just going to say, they have 2 urns on T1.
Oh.
Clockwork with his Urn of Shadows, and we got Spirit Vessel on Venomancer, so...
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Don't always see that, especially on the 2 supports especially.
Yeah, no, it's a little unfortunate for Clockwork, because you don't have any gold, and no, you're not getting any urn charges.
Yeah, and the urn is like decent stats as well early for Whitemon, but I think he's going to have to sell it eventually.
Yeah. No, but overall, though, I'm really impressed by how T1 have played this game.
Oh, they're going to try maybe for a play here on the Thompson. They just catch him with the Pulverize. I think now Thompson in a bit of trouble. He tried to get the leap away, but is going to be killed off as Crystals jumps in, and that's more than enough damage.
Yeah. He's still quite close to Axe, though. Only 700
My
more gold.
goodness, I'm sorry to cut you off, Pi, but Puppey has a full pipe.
Oh, okay, so they just wanna go high ground. I respect that. Because this Void is farming crazily.
I mean, let's like kind of try and tally up some of this damage blocker, the resistor. I mean, we've got Wraith Pact, we've got now Pipe offering that 400 barrier to the entire team.
Yeah.
Crystallis, of course, with the attribute shift. Nisha, Rezo, and Zayats are naturally very tanky, some of the higher strengthening heroes in the game.
Yeah. And just Nature's Attendance, too, from Puppey.
Oh, yeah,
the
the heal. And now, I think they're even going to get a jump here. Very nicely done onto Zephyr. They need to chain summon, and they have. No chance for him to get off the Poison Nova. And honestly, with Ana not nearby, he probably wasn't going to use it anyway, but that's a tier 2 tower for Secret. This is starting to look a little bit similar to Game 1 somehow.
Yeah, I think they're looking to just smash up high ground here. And T1 are desperate here to finish Tiny Ags, because that will be huge for any sort of 5-man fight or defense.
Yeah. Tiny Ags nearing completion, Ana as well. It's actually getting pretty close to this. Mjolnir has now full Maelstrom. That even that Hyperstone would do a lot of work in these Chronos. As he knows he's being hunted. The roll from Zayats, oh, just shy. I thought he would have, maybe could have gotten him there with the level 10 talent, but he already had it. That was close.
But my feeling though is that T1's timings are actually gonna work out there. As you said, the Mjolnir is close, so I feel like he can get that before they go high ground, and they should at least be getting the Ags on Tiny. Yeah, he has it coming, right?
He has it. That's
And
gonna be
then
nice.
it's not that easy to just run in, even though you have Pipe, you have Wraith Pact. It might not be enough. Yeah, and
Maybe as
Secret are
well.
feeling that. They're getting up.
Faceless Void with the BKB, Cuckoo with the Blink Dagger, and halfway towards his BKB, but T1, no, his BKB can't wait. Anna, you're going to look for the fight here, Time walking ahead of his team now as he leads them towards the mid lane, but Secret, they know something's up. Hawk scouts nothing, but the creeps scouting Anna and Secret are going to end up holding the high ground in the tier 2 tower. Puppey in position, daring them to make the jump onto
Yeah,
him.
right?
Just try me.
And he has that little 4-step creep, the Hurricane. So, no, when all you see is a little Ench, like about to walk up a ramp, like
Yeah.
don't. That's not the hero you want to go on.
That's bait. I mean, come on now. Of course, T1, they've played a couple games here against Puppey. Ah, there's the tree reveal as well. It'll nuke the wave, and you're right, that is some serious damage. Puppey does well to avoid that.
Yeah, because my question is just, if Puppey's standing among a bunch of trees, right, and you avalanche toss combo him and use the tree body, like, does he die? Like, I'm pretty sure Thompson wants to see, but that's not where you try it out right there.
Yeah, no, Puppey's it's a fan of science, but it's not going to let you perform the
that's too-
experiments on him that easily.
That's too dangerous.
And look at this, now Puppey, he's a fan of the fluffy hats. He's got 2 of them now. Magic Wand for some more stats. He's actually holding on to the Pupil's Gift, and of course, as an inti-hero, that'll give him some agi and strength. He's tanky, 1500 HP. That's not bad.
No, yeah, he was definitely thinking about the same thing. Like, can I live through this tiny combo? And he's just making sure.
Okay, I thought he bought another one, but it's 3 sentries on his courier now. I thought he bought another fluffy hat. That'd been maybe one too many. Maybe he's playing on the winter map, though.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Pipe, 2 fluffy hats, 20 magic wand charges. Yeah, let's find someone else to go on. Smoking
Who
up.
else is the ideal target? Maybe Rezo. Zayat as well is holding a position here as he's going to break the smoke, even getting a silence onto Thompson. Blink Dagger put on cooldown as well as Anna. In comes the tree volley. Zayat's tanking through everything. Chrysalis, though, he's going to eat a hookshot as he actually morphed on into this one. And there's going to be the
on
chrono.
Aegis.
It's going to catch Nisha as well, but the physical damage is really not enough.
waiting it
Chrysalis
out. They're waiting
still
out Aegis.
alive. And now the counter initiation. Zayat is going to buy back. Here comes Rezo with the roar onto Anna. They're going to need a little bit more as they've got through Cuckoo. He's going to buy back, but the chain stuns onto Anna are perfect. Down he goes. T1 bailing out from this fight. Cuckoo thinking about if he should engage or not, and he's going to think not. They get Nisha, but unbelievably Secret, they tank through that chrono.
Yeah, no, so I think they mistimed their smoke. Because they get the chrono there, they have the kill on Morphling, but he has Aegis for 1 or 2 more seconds.
Oh, does he
Experiment.
live? Oh my gosh, he actually... Oh, he's still alive though. Okay, the vessel applied, and of course they still had plenty of damage for him, but Thompson, the science experiment, it's gonna come at a cost here. Oh, they missed the rolling boulder. That's a bit awkward. Is this an opening? Likely not, especially with the 4-staff creep.
Yeah.
Thompson, he'll go down.
No, because they have the kill there on Morph, but he has 2 seconds on Aegis left, right? So they try to let it run out, but he gets to waveform away, and then his team comes in, right, with all these heals you were talking about. Pipe, Wraith Pact, and they just turn the fight.
Very nicely done, and Anna swiftly control. Let's see, what were you seeing here in this fight? Hi.
No, take a look here. So you see,
Yeah.
they see the Morphling, they click him, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna chrono him.
You can see that at the top of your screens, 5 seconds here on Aegis. They're trying to wait it out.
And they hit it, and he switches targets, right? But then Chrysalis lives, and he gets a bit of the regen.
And that waveform cooldown. Cuckoo even kind of in position to try and secure the kill, but Secret, yeah, they were ready for that one. Ready
No, it
to
was just
defend.
it was too hard. Honestly, they needed to wait 2 seconds before they went with that smoke.
Yeah, and you could see in the replay, now T1 have done well to deward it, but there was so much vision for Secret. T1 were essentially fighting underneath 2 Secret observer wards. That fight was very difficult, up high ground especially, once the smoke ended up breaking on Zayats.
Yeah. Still a little optimistic for T1 though. Ana still very farmed. But you can also see there, if they land the roar on him, he does die very quickly.
Nice CCs. And speaking of that roar, he's hoping to be able to block that one the next time, as it's Ana's Faceless Void, which has queued up the Lincoln Sphere, but he's just getting the ball rolling on that one now. Has level 3 Chronosphere. Anything new for Cuckoo? Not quite yet. He's still about halfway towards that BKB. A little bit more. Just needs another 1,000 gold. But the buyback, of course, is going to set him short that much more.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
It's definitely some pain points here for T1. as it's Secret after a pretty wild net worth graph here. Nothing too crazy though, just 4K net worth lead at the most for Dire. For T1, it's more or less equalized.
Yeah. And let's see. Okay, Secret are kind of moving in because Roche is about like maybe spawn. Like they don't know, right? But
that feels like the next objective.
Yeah,
right,
but Secret are ignoring it. They're giving up that area and they're moving in here to chase T1 away. Let's see. Puppy is just in the front there.
He's in the front, man. Oh, look at this. He's got Holy Locket now, Pi. Even more. Yeah, there we go. Even more heals for himself. Hook shot is going to find Nisha. Cuckoo as well. Pops the ultimate, but the BKB giving some protection for Nisha. They found Thompson as he's using the tree volley. Silenced up now. Anna as well going on in. The Chronosphere is going to catch on to Chrysalis. Can they actually get through him? He's just on the edge of it. The toss needed a little bit more, but he's still alive. And now the roar onto Anna. He gets force-staffed away, but Rezo swiftly giving chase. Puppy actually with 2 kills in this fight. Chrysalis with 1 now as Thompson going to be the final one to drop for T1. Secret, they're just too darn tanky in these chronos. They refuse to die, Pi.
Yeah. And Crystal is very smart. He's picked up the Ag Shard. So with all this passive defense items, like he gets the Pipe Aura right, he gets Wraith Pact, like Vlad's Aura.
He can shift in chrono.
Yes. And then it's not enough damage. Even though Anna is really farmed, he cannot kill him.
We'll look for that here in the replay, but I was going to try and ask you that earlier. It feels very similar to like the Ursa Warrior versus Faceless Void, where you just get Ag Scepter on Ursa in that case, right? And then you enrage whenever you're chronoed.
Yeah. We'll see here. He just pops it
there's the
down.
Strength gain. And it's just constantly on a 500 HP. Anna just beating into him relentlessly, saying he's just got 500 HP. He's just got 500 HP. Why does he still have 500 HP?
Yeah. Exactly. No, I mean, you have to put in the question
look at
there.
Science. He's having a good time.
Yeah. No. Oh, they're raxing them now too, so.
Yeah. Top lane, it's Thompson who at least clear the wave. But they secure their first Tier 3 tower. And in this meta, of course, Pi, that means you get another Fortify. And that will buy T1 at least a bit more time here. One more fight, perhaps. And that fight likely going to be taking place here in the next minute as Roche is going to be respawning then.
Yeah. No, that initiation by Whitebone was... maybe a bit too deep there. Like, he kind of forced Thompson to go in like perfectly, so the Earth Spirit could just roll on top of him. And yeah, I think you just wait. You don't go for that hook.
Now Nisha with BKB and Kaya, going for Kaya and Sanj here eventually. That's BKB for Zayat, actually being fetched to him now. As more and more items are starting to accumulate. Rezo with the BKB completed, didn't even need to use it in that last fight.
Yeah. Now they can just sit up here patiently waiting for Roche. Spawning in, 15 seconds.
Thompson has got his casual Crystallis now, so even that casual small crit makes this tree volley feel much, much stronger.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they still have the potential. Like, you can always land a 5-man chrono, right? It's not quite that dire. They don't need a 5-man chrono. But, I mean, if you do land it, you will win. Let's just put it that way.
Secret though, again looking for a fight, and the roll is actually going to find Zephyr. Not quite Thompson that way on it. The toss back, but unfortunately it just gives Zayat another target. Thompson tree balling on top of himself, using all the trees at his disposal, but oh no, that's not enough. And now Secret immediately back into the base they go. That was just vision off of the Hawk there, and that's top lane gone.
It's beautiful. Very nice initiation. Don't expect that Hawk. Oh, now you have to buy back too.
And Secret are going to respect that. They're going to back off.
Yeah, no. Do they see the Roche? No, but they know it can be up, I think. Puppy seems to be running to scout it out.
And it was a 2-minute. This is a 2-minute Roche anyhow, which is a bit on the longer side. So they'll know. Odds are it's up by now, or it'll be respawning very, very shortly. T1 now have access to that information. Whether or not they can do anything about it is going to be the question. T1 still in this upper bracket here, but down 1 game. Secret trying to close it out, doing it the clean way, very clinical. Even just waiting, maybe for some more cooldowns, some more BKBs before they dare contest this Roche versus T1. They know that there's still, of course, this Chrono ready to use for Anna. Thompson, if you can get that tree volley into a 5-4, even 2-man chrono, that could very well spell disaster for Secret in this fight.
Yeah, I wonder, can they even contest it now? I think they're too far away. It seems like they're just giving up this Roche.
Okay. Yeah. I think they've shifted, right? Contesting Roche to maybe some high ground defense instead.
Yeah.
Aegis Ag Shard for Nisha, so he's got now the rock throw.
I got it.
Primal Beast, he's moving up the evolution tree. He's starting to use tools.
Yeah, first rocks, then fire, then you watch out.
Careful.
No, T1 are now in a very awkward position. So if you don't take that Roche fight, you start feeling very lost, right? Because there's no clear-cut way for you to fight anymore, except if Secret just headbutt against the high ground. So you can see them here trying to surprise them a bit, maybe, like just camping this ward.
You know, we've seen a couple of tiny games, some Venges, 4-staff Spat Riders. A lot of the times, when it starts looking a little bit worse and worse, we say, well, we're looking for some tossbacks really deep away. Is that still something Topson can look to do as he cuts another wave mid?
I mean, he can, but no, I prefer not. Like, you don't want your second most farmed hero, right, to just... Because you're gonna die. When you toss back, you're dead.
It's a very different role that Topson's playing compared to the 4 tiny you're saying, basically. Okay, I see that.
He wants to get a lot of spells off, right? Like, he wants to use this tree volley more than once.
Yeah, I actually think some consideration for him now, especially as we look top lane very briefly towards those mid lane of barracks. There's no trees there, right? Topson needs to be quite aware of where he's taking these fights. He needs trees. He needs ammunition.
Yeah.
Ana,
ooh, Syek!
he's going to be caught. He's got BKB. He has teleport. He's going to turn, actually. He's got Chrono. Wants to fight into this one. He'll take a kill onto Zayats. And
he's going for one more?
Maybe if he gets perma-bashed here onto Nisha. No, not quite. And Zayats is going to buy back, but the rest of Secret now looking to close the gap. Nisha!
Oh,
the
Lincolns.
Lincolns. The Lincolns saved him.
Very nice. No Chrono now, and he buys back, right? So they just want to rush it up to the high ground.
And there's Aegis, and now even Crystal's here in the triangle. He finds a man, Whitemon, hoping maybe for a hook shot out, but no chance.
Yeah.
Too much damage there.
Well, Secret are very fast here with what they want to do. 2 minutes now without Chrono, so let's see.
2 minutes. Ana trapped in the base now. T1 in a bit of a difficult position. And the thing is, again, because Secret know that Topson needs trees nearby to go for the volley, look, they're already pinging. I think they know he's got to be standing over there. That's the only place he can reasonably stand and have enough trees. There he goes. He's going to miss on those trees now, and Zayats, he tried to predict where he was at. Unfortunately, he's off the mark. Topson's going to blink away safely. No counter-engage here. The toll booth as well being erected by Zephyr, immediately cleared by Crystallis, not dealing with those plague wards. Puppey on the high ground, by the way, as Topson with another blink back. Crystallis waveforms on in. Cuckoo pops to the BKB. Secret just disengaging though. Puppey, look at it. Look at this guy. He's in deep. He's playing like he's got Aegis.
He's so tanky.
Look at the heals as well on the Crystallis. Shifting a bit more now into the Agi for the effective heals as Puppey pops the Hood of Defiance. Ana going in, but of course without Chrono. He's a bit weaker, but the Rock Throw's going to catch him into the Pulverize. They've broken the Lincolns, and they've broken Ana. Down he goes. Zephyr immediately is dead next. Crystallis is going to get a second. He's going to buy back, though, at least on the Venomancer, but Cuckoo has no BKB. He's got to be very careful here. Crystallis as well has morphed into the Faceless Void before claiming his life. As Topson finding whatever trees he has left. Crystallis thought he was actually going to time walk that off, but maybe on cooldown and instead focuses onto the barracks.
Yeah, no buyback, right? No.
No.
I wonder if Secret will just... Puppey's very low on resources though, but... Yeah, maybe they just back off here. Just play it safe.
Quite a bit at stake here, right? If Secret find a win, they're into the upper bracket finals, and because we have 2 teams qualifying through the last chance qualifiers, that effectively gives them what, at least 4 games to get in, well, 2 matches and an entire.
I like to do really good math, like 50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They like those odds. I like those numbers.
Yeah.
T1.
Oh, they just want to go here.
Last lane of barracks, Topson using whatever trees he can, and Crystallis actually nearly dying, but still has Aegis the whole time, and now they found Cuckoo. He's got BKB and a nice interrupt there, but it's going to cost the life of Whitemon. He's got buyback, the roar onto Cuckoo in the last seconds of his BKB is going to allow Crystallis and Reza to beat into him. Down he goes, does have buyback, and there's Faceless Void responding in 5.
Yeah, this is the last rocks here. They have to figure something out.
Topson, he doesn't have very many trees though. He's just standing near the almost the only one in the base. He needs more ammunition. He needs to go in, looking for a tossback. He'll have to settle for Puppey, as in goes Ana, but Puppey with untouchable, he doesn't even care. Cuckoo onto Crystallis, Aegis up in 18 seconds, so Crystallis happy to fight, happy to even die in this one, as Zayats and Puppey fighting back versus Topson and Ana. That'll recall Zephyr on back, as well as now even Cuckoo. Aegis has been claimed at the very least, but Crystallis responding with full mana and HP, and Tier 1 looking worse for wear as well, as there's the damage. Down goes Cuckoo, down goes Whitemon, 2 dives back, Chrono onto 2, but there's just no trees for Thompson, and Rezo's in onto him. He can just offer an Ava toss in. Anna now stunned immediately after as Chrysalis jumping on in. The bashes nearly condemning Anna. Zephyr falling low, gets off the Poison Nova. That's his dieback. Thompson doing what he can, at least has a couple of trees, but Chrysalis even fighting into him now. Anna trying to save his teammate here, and Chrysalis falling low, but Puppey keeping him alive with the Nature's attendance, and everyone on T1 is dead. Secret, they get the 2-0. They're moving on to the upper bracket finals.
Wow. Played by Secret. Extremely impressive. Yuki, this like snowballs from yesterday, right? Like they had 2 games where they had to fight and claw their way back, and now they're just riding the momentum. Absolutely destroying T1, to be honest. Making it look easy. Like clear ideas and just very good drafts and
Very
play.
good draft.